Hi, today we're going to be talking about an automation system that I built for a food truck owner that handles their customer support as well as some intake slash onboarding information and automates that. So we're going to jump right in here. We start by getting a Twilio notification. So Twilio, if you don't know, is a messaging platform that you can use to automatically send and receive texts from a variety of potential customers. So we receive a text from a customer here in Twilio, and then it is automatically put into our Airtable database where we go and look for a record of a previous conversation with that customer. So at this point, we're going to be routed to one of three different options. If there is no previous interaction with the customer, then we are going to go down this branch, in which case we will message an assistant that I created, and you can see the assistant here. It basically just has a list of instructions for intaking information from the potential customer or the potential client and talking with them until that information is received. So we will send the customer's message to the AI. The AI will then produce a response. We will create a record in this database that includes the phone number and the new thread ID from the AI for the customer, so we can keep track of their conversation automatically. And then we will finally send the response of the AI to the customer again by using Twilio. So that's one instance of it running. Let's say the same customer responds to the new message we sent them. It's going to start back over, look for the record, and this time it will find the customer's record in that database since we created one. So we're going to go down a different branch this time, which would be found but not done, since we haven't yet gotten all the information from the customer. We're going to send that to the same assistant. The assistant will again try to ask more questions or determine all the information from the customer. It will then update the Airtable record with the new information from the conversation, and then it will send out that new message to the customer again. And then we have a final piece here in this not finished branch where we have a new chat completion, which is just another message with the new prompt to the AI, where we are going to have the AI determine if we actually received everything we need to receive from the customer. So you can see the prompt a little bit right here as we load. So you can see the prompt a little bit right here. It's either going to return all of the information that we need from the customer or the exact phrase no. Then moving on to here, if we receive anything other than no, we're actually going to update the Airtable record and say that this customer has been finished. And then finally, instead of sending a message to the customer at this point, we will send a message to the business owner. Obviously, don't have a real number here right now, but we'll send a message to the business owner saying, hey, it's your catering onboarding assistant. You have a new catering prospect. Here are the details. Obviously, this could be custom, but in the case of a food truck owner, this is what we put. So that would complete that conversation with the customer. And then the final situation would be if the customer is has been found, but their conversation is already done. So let's say it went through this branch, it decided we have all the information we need from that customer, but then the customer sends us another message. We're going to get routed down here. And in this case, once the assistant does have all of that information, it's been instructed to just try to politely end the conversation. So not saying anything rude or off-putting to the customer, but just saying something that would lead to the natural end of the conversation so that the customer feels satisfied without having to reply. And then it will send that message off to the customer. That concludes the full workflow. This handles all of the onboarding and customer support for a food truck, depending on the criteria that they might need. If you would like to build something like this, then feel free to reach out to me. The process would begin by scoping out your needs and creating a map of whatever your specific automation might be for your specific use case. And moving past that point, we would then implement this automation in Make or whatever other automation softwares and tools we would be using.